Is this the? I don't remember if this is the dude that got paid to be kicked or if this is a different dude. But whatever.
Hello?
Yellow.
YOLO. Alright. So
So what?
yeah, I could we could talk a debate on the Andrew Tate.
Okay, what about it?
Alright, so I heard the last two people that was talking about Tate that was in here. So you said that he's in jail for trafficking.
He is currently being held in detention in a Romanian facility while they investigate trafficking. Also, hey Andrea, thank you for the gifted sub. Thank you guys. So yeah, so he's in prison for that currently. Prison.
Wait, what's the difference? Wait,
Well, because I don't know
huh?
if he's I
How
don't know
I
if
mean,
he's in prison or in just in a detention center. So they're different things.
yeah, that is true. Okay, so I heard you say he was misogynistic.
Yes, I would
How
call Andrew Tate very misogynist.
are you saying he is misogynist against only women or men too?
Well, that misogyny is against women. It's not against men. Misandry would be against men, technically.
How is he misogynistic against women?
A couple ways. So we can talk about how he believes that when a woman is dating a man, she's his property. And especially if she does any sort of sex work, the man should be entitled to a percentage of that money, even though the man's not, doing anything to earn that money. We can talk about the fact that he thinks women are too dumb to understand taxes and that they're lazy. We can talk about the fact that he's trafficked women. I would say that that's a big form of misogyny. So it just depends on which one you want to talk about currently.
Okay, we could talk about anyone besides the last one that you said because is they're trying to find evidence if he was actually trafficking. And I like doing these debates against with Tate with people because people say he's made all of his money from trafficking. If he was able to buy a Bugatti off of trafficking, he would have to traffic a lot of women and not. You
No,
mean to
so
tell me
no,
not
I'm
one
not
woman?
claiming he
Huh?
made all his money off of trafficking. I'm claiming that he
Oh, okay,
utilized forms of trafficking to like build his cam like business. Like that's how he built it. And we're not saying he trafficked every single woman. I'm sure there were some that were like, yeah, I just want to be a cam model, so great, I'll work for you. But he has quite literally admitted to doing the hey Corey, thank you for the gifted subs. Shout out to you. He's quite literally said that he's quite literally used the lover boy method, which is the most common method of pimping or trafficking someone. He's used that method to get them to cam for him. So like I don't need a court appeal at this point. I have his own words admitting to it's what he did. So like that's enough for me to condemn him. I don't really need more than that.
okay. If it's enough for you to condemn him, then why can't the court condemn him? Condemn
Well,
him.
so it's very different having to prove to the court of public opinion over like an actual court. You need a bit more with an actual court. You like so, but for me, all I need is him saying I did this. That's kind of all I need to go. He's probably a bad person. But the courts right
That's
the
correct, but
courts right now are currently investigating him and gathering evidence to charge him. So I mean, they are currently doing that right now.
that's correct. And there's also some situations where people said, "I did this," or self. We could talk about. I don't know. Are you in America?
Yes.
Okay, so you know where rap music, a lot of rappers self snitch. The investigators listen to their songs. We could take Bobby Smurda, for instance, self snitched in his song, and they got sent him to jail.
Yeah, I think that's
That's
probably a
self
good thing
snitching. That's saying he
if
did it.
he's admitted to doing the thing he did. Yeah, I don't think that's a bad thing that they sent him to jail.
Okay. No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying if he can, if he's did it and there's been plenty other people, then how is he really, if they can't get Tate, if they can't get Tate in jail, in physical jail or prison, and not detained, trying to find evidence.
Well, no, there's a current investigation. So he's detained right now because there's a current investigation going on, and they don't believe it's safe to keep him out of prison. So, like, that's what's currently happening.
Why isn't it safe? Oh, because he's a flight risk.
No, because they believe he's well, flight risk is number one. Yeah, I'd probably say it's probably due to the flight risk thing, but they also don't know if he's going to continue engaging in these things. So, like, they detain him.
Okay. All right. Well, we can go to the day that he got detained. I don't know if you've seen the pictures or the videos, but it's a video. The day that the Romanian police got to him, it was like, it felt like we was getting a whole house tour of the Tate's residence. Like, what type of cameras? Wouldn't the police back the cameras up and not want the cameras to be there? Okay, I get it on the outside,
What?
but they
No,
went in as
they're
the
filming
police
for
went in.
evidence. Also, which time are you talking about? Because he's been raided twice.
Just recently.
So is it the video
Correct.
from this recent raid or the video from from the
Yeah.
previous raid?
Just recently, in December.
Yeah, I haven't watched the video of them in the house, so I don't know. I haven't watched it, so I don't know.
Okay, so, but yeah, it was the only thing that they found in that house was 10 million in cash. That's the only thing that was found in the house, and they
Well,
were alone. It was
in
him.
that specific house, yes, but they weren't going into the house to find things. They were going in to bring him into detention. Like, there's other houses that were raided in looking for stuff. That's why they also seized some of his cars. That's why they did a lot of, like, yeah. That's why they did all that.
It's body cam footage. How is it body cam footage? The police are in front of them. You can see people
It could
with
be
literal
it could be another
movie
police.
cameras. They had movie cameras.
Let me see. So this is Tate arrest.
And I was
Yeah, it's just the news.
Controversial influencer.
Yeah, it's just news. The news was there. I don't I don't know what. The news was there.
I'm saying, you don't find it fishy that the news can go in at the same time that the police will go in any other cases. You brought up Bill Cosby. They didn't, when they went in, or however they got dude, we seen him when he was out in public. The news did not go into this man's house and film a whole close to a
Well,
house.
I'm not showing any video of the news going into his house. I see no video of that. I see video of them outside of his house, but you'd have to send me a video of them actually in his residence. No, I'm not showing anything from inside the residence.
Okay, I will send a video of them being in the residence.
Everything I'm showing is outside. There's some body cam footage from inside, but I'm not showing anything with, like, news people inside the house.
How can I send it to you?
I don't know. Post it on, like, your TikTok or something, and I'll watch it.
I want to tag you.
Yeah, sure.
What are you trying to prove? I'm trying to prove that it's kind of fishy that first, so, okay, I mentioned the cameras, right? Second off, when they came outside, at first they were just standing around, just looking. Normally when they come outside, you go straight to the vehicle and you be transported. And then,
Well, wait, what's normally? You're in America, right?
Correct.
So we don't know what's normal of Romanian police. These aren't American police. We don't know what's normal over there.
That's correct to a certain extent because it's also been proven that the Romanian government has been bought and bribed.
Well, who proved that?
There's plenty of people. You could look that up.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to argue that there might not be some corruption. I mean,
Oh,
Tate himself said that he moved there because it's easier to buy your way out of crime or out of like prison sentences, which kind of crazy if it's that easy to buy your way out of a prison sentence and he's still detained right now. I would argue that means they probably have way more proof that he's actually done the thing.
who do you think has more money, Andrew Tate or the United States of America? We sent what? How much money to Europe for war?
Wait, what does it matter how much money we have? We're not a part of this. We have nothing to do
Okay,
with
but
his
I'm saying
arrest.
yes. If the United States or if any government wants him gone, they're going to top. They're going to trump his money.
Wait,
It's big bank takes little bank.
what proof do you have that we paid any money to get rid of Tate?
That we paid any money to get rid of Tate.
Yeah, where's the proof of that? That's an outlandish claim to make. You would need some pretty hardcore proof.
Did you not just say it's been? If Andrew Tate cannot buy his way, and they denied him bail. Why did they deny him bail? Because they know that he can pay it, and they also
Wait, no,
know.
you would usually deny bail if the person's a flight risk, which you've already said Andrew Tate probably is. So yeah, I would deny him bail too. But he wasn't denied an appeal. He can still appeal his way out of his detention, and the appeals they've been putting in have been going through. They probably have too much evidence for the appeal to go through.
And also, how do we know that he got detained for trafficking or money laundering?
They told us that he was
Because
detained for trafficking.
Romania is a religious country, and once Andrew Tate changes with his religions, then that's when
What
they
at this point?
go
Wait, at
and
this
get him.
point we're just speculating, right? If all of the authorities, all of the judges, and all of the people investigating Andrew Tate say we're investigating him for this, you have no proof of them investigating for anything else except just saying, well, what if they are, right? But a what if is not enough for me to go on to start believing this stuff, right? I would need hardcore proof of that. And there is none. There is no proof of anything except he's being investigated for sex trafficking. That's the only proof that there is right now.
Okay, and there's no actual hardcore proof that he's been sex trafficking or
Well,
that he's
not that we
raped
know
women.
because they haven't released anything yet. Now, a transcript got leaked of him threatening women and telling them not to leave his compound, but like we don't know. We don't know right now if there's proof because they're in the middle of the investigation. So, like, of course, we don't know what proof there is yet.
Michael Jackson's information got leaked, and Michael Jackson is way bigger than Andrew Tate. So if his information got leaked,
What does
how
Michael
can
Jackson's information
how can
matter?
Andrew
What?
Tate's information can be leaked?
Some of it was leaked. I just told you there was a transcript leaked. But probably because the Michael Jackson investigation was in the fucking 90s and it's now 2023.
It was
So,
not
like,
in the 90s. It was in the 2000s.
what? The Michael Jackson
It was in the
investigation?
2000s.
Either way, it was
Correct.
still like 20 years ago. So we've gotten a little bit better. Yeah, it was between 1993 and 2005. He was investigated for over 10 years. So I'm not wrong on that.
Okay, neither of us are wrong on that. All
Sure.
I'm saying is it's no hardcore evidence. You say it's transcripts. You read the transcripts, and he was not threatening anybody in that transcript when I heard you read it to the other guests.
I'm sorry. How do you think people threaten people? Did you think he was going to outwardly say, if you leave, I'll punch you in the face? Or did you think he's going to say things more akin to what he says in the transcript, which is, it's the last warning. Don't go out alone without telling me. You don't go anywhere without one of the 3
Is that
trusted employees. Like, do you not think that that's like You don't think that that's enough?
No, I mean the last warning. Okay, we can debate that, but first off, supposedly he flew these women out, so they don't even know Romania, correct? And if you mean to tell me a woman who or yeah, a woman
So
who
wait,
doesn't
he
know
flew them
this
out, right?
country,
He
right?
flew them out so they would be in a country they don't know. Interesting. Why does he now? Let's do you like this is why I always ask the question. Do you know how most people are trafficked?
How?
So it's called the lover boy technique. There are 5 steps to doing it, to trafficking people via the lover boy technique. Let me see which. Oh shit, where's my? This isn't my Andrew Tate page. Where the fuck's my Andrew Tate page?
That's the trafficking part, dude. So
The fuck?
how is it
Hold on,
trafficking?
hold on,
If
hold on, hold on.
first off,
I'm gonna tell you. Hold on, hold on.
oh, I was just addressing the comment. Okay.
So in the lover boy technique, the third tenet is isolation, which is creating distance between the individual and their loved ones. What's more isolating than flying you to another country where you don't know anything or anyone, and it's not safe for you to leave the home alone? What could be more isolating?
You know that in your head you can see on email, or if you got it printed out, you can see on the airplane ticket, because you have to have an airplane ticket to get on an airplane. You can see that you're going to a different country. You need a passport also. So if you know that you're going to a different country all alone, how is that?
Well, because the
It's not adding up.
pretense that he's flying them to this country is wrong, right? So he's telling them, right, I'm going to fly you to this country to be in a relationship with you, when what he's really doing is flying them to the country so he can coerce them and manipulate them into sex work. So the thing is, with the lover boy technique, you're not forcing someone to become a sex worker for you, right? There's no real force happening. Instead, what you're doing is you're manipulating them and you're coercing them into this action. And he absolutely manipulated and coerced these women into this action, because he did every single stage on every single step in the technique. He did all of them.
Explain how he did all of them.
Sure, we can go through the list. So the first step is luring. So luring is establishing a connection in person or online with the intent of developing a relationship for the purpose of exploitation. So he's admitted on his website that he said, my job was to get women to fall in love with me. Literally, that was my job. My job was to meet a girl, go on a few dates, sleep with her, test if she's quality, and get her to fall in love with me to where she'd do anything I say, and then get her on webcam. So he's not forming a relationship in order to be in a relationship with these women. He's forming them with the express purpose of getting them on camera and exploiting them.
Okay, so if that was his purpose, and they are on webcam, they're supposed to be webcam women and SWs. Why hasn't nobody came out
They
of
have
video
they
evidence?
have well, hold on. Wait, what do you want? What do you mean video
I
evidence?
want
Video
video. Like,
evidence
where's
of
the
what?
video evidence?
Of
If
what?
they're webcam, where's the video evidence
Video
of
evidence
behind
of
the
what?
scenes? Like behind the scenes of him.
He's
You could
literally
say
admitted to
threatening.
this. He's got an
You could say
11-minute, there's an 11-minute video. Wait, you don't have to threaten someone, right? You can manipulate or coerce them using other methods. And most people who engage in the lover boy technique get pretty good about the way they manipulate people, so that if there is video, right, it's arguable that they can argue it their way out of it. But he's admitted to the first tenant, luring. There's video proof of him admitting to the last step, which is exploitation, which is ensuring ongoing participation in commercial sexual acts while taking away their earnings. He's literally admitted that he lied to them in order to take 70% of their earnings. when he had promised them 50. So there's the exploitation. We've already talked about the isolation aspect. So that's creating the distance between the individual and their loved ones.
He never promised them 50.
Yes, he did. He admitted to this. He said, I promised them 50%, and then I lied to them and told them I was paying 20 extra percent in taxes so I could take 70%, leaving them with 30. He's on video, and I can play the video if you want me to, but I'm pretty sure you were in the other live when I played the video, so you heard him say it.
Right.
So there's the exploitation. Right? So now we've got exploitation, luring, and isolation. Now, the second step is grooming, identifying and fulfilling the needs and dreams of the individual, for example, by showering with them with gifts. That would be love bombing. He's admitted to doing that as well in that same 11-minute video where he talks about how he gets them to fall in love with them. He talks about taking them out, buying them things, being like this great guy when all along all he wants to do is get them on camera. So we now have 4 of the 5 steps of trafficking using the lover boy technique. 4 of the 5. He's done 4 of them, right? The 5th one is manipulation and coercion, sending mixed messages, making claims like you owe me, or making threats to cause the individual to feel their only option is to participate in commercial sex acts, which he admits to in the video as well by the constant claims of going, I did this to control them so they feel they had no other option. He's admitted to all that in that 11-minute video as well. So again, he is now on camera himself admitting to all 5 steps of trafficking under the lover boy technique. So how and I'm asking you honestly, like person to person, how can you continue to defend that?
Because he's not in jail. He's not in jail.
He's literally in Romania. I mean, he has a mugshot. I'm pretty sure he's in a Romanian prison right now because why else would he have a mugshot?
But he's detained. He's not sentenced, right?
Yeah, because they haven't concluded the investigation yet. But again, like Blissful said in the comments, O.J. Simpson didn't go to jail. Does that mean he's innocent? No. I don't there's a difference between innocent under the eyes of the law and innocent under the eyes of public opinion. I would argue Andrew Tate is 100% not innocent under the eyes of public opinion. Like not at all. Because he admitted to it. Like if I had a friend who got off for murder and didn't go to jail for it, but admitted to me they murdered someone, why would I still defend that person?
I get that, but do y'all or does public opinion what am I trying to say? Is public opinion the judicial system?
No, but I already said you don't. Why do I need it to go through the judicial system if he's admitted to doing it?
Okay, nobody cares about it's opinion, public opinion.
So then let me ask you this.
Opinion
2 months from now,
biased.
2 months from now, he goes to jail for it. He's charged and arrested for it. Now, what do you think?
So now we have the fact that it's still. Did he do it? Did he?
Yeah. So why are you bringing up the courts? You don't care what the courts say, because even if the courts found him guilty, you would still say he probably didn't do it. So it doesn't matter about the courts. So why are you defending him so hard? I don't get it, because you know that if a video, let's just go down this rabbit hole. If a video came out tomorrow of Andrew Tate doing all of these things, like him on camera forcing women into this, blah 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 blah. I'm not saying that video is going to come out, but let's say it does. Now you look like a piece of shit because you so vehemently defended the man when there was other proof to say he did it. You realize that, right?
If there's other proof to say that he did it, why isn't he convicted? He's
being held right now in Romanian prison, not for questioning. They're investigating him right now, and he's a flight risk, so they're not letting him go. And I would argue, if you're a flight risk, it's probably because you know you're going to lose, so you want to run away.
No, in investigations, what do police do? They question.
No, that's
and they gather
questioning is not the only thing you do in an investigation. And by the way, he was only held for
so you
24
don't do
hours,
those.
right? He was held for 24 hours. They had to appeal to a judge to extend that. Now, the only way that judge is extending that is if they have some shred of proof to prove that he did it, or to prove he's a flight risk, or probably both, honestly. So they've already proven to a judge that he had enough evidence to detain him. Now it's just about building enough evidence that they can bring him to trial. But again, why does all this matter when he's admitted to it?
If he's admitted to it, then why isn't he convicted and sentenced? Why did they just
Because like
detain
I
him?
said, when it comes to the lover boy technique, they utilize methods that technically are not illegal, right? Now the illegal part would be if he's keeping people against their will, which is what they're investigating, assaulting them, which is what they're investigating, things like that. But the manipulation, the coercion, all of that is technically not illegal. So there's no way for them to arrest him on that. There has to be more, which is what they're investigating now. But I don't. He still did it. He's admitted to all 5 of these tenets, and I went through them with you. And I feel like, genuinely, I feel like you understand a little bit more than the average person I've talked to today. So that's why I'm trying so hard to appeal to your common sense and appeal to your intelligence here. But like, why can you not see that if he's admitted to doing these things, it's probably wrong?
I'm not saying that it's not wrong. I'm just saying if he admitted to it, it's like, okay, if I go out and commit SA and commit to it, I would be convicted. I would not be detained.
Yeah, but we're not saying he committed SA. I mean, he might have. I don't know. I'm not going to make that claim here. But my claim is not that he engaged in SA. My claim, oh, fuck yeah. The claim I'm making is that he engaged in this technique of trafficking people. That's my claim. And my evidence for that is him doing it or admitting to doing it. That's my evidence for it.
There's videos of him admitting. If there is videos of him openly admitting to it, then oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably going
Why
to use
is he
these
detained?
videos if he goes to trial. They're probably going to use these videos in the trial. It wouldn't surprise me, right, if they use these videos in taking him to trial. Most likely they will.
Okay. Okay. Now we're talking. If he gets convicted and the evidence is those videos, okay, now we're talking.
Wait,
But
but
if they don't use
all I'm trying to
it,
say, to you though, is why specifically do we need why do you need the trial to happen? Why can't you just see the videos and go, "Oh, this is fucked up. I don't like him now."
because it's been worse debates that I've been in. This is probably like the best Andrew Tate debate that I've been in since he's been arrested. And people, they play clips and they obviously see that it's it, and it's edited clips of people who don't like Tate, and they get all these other comments saying, "Oh, it's not edited, and he's a bad person." If that's opinion based, you are watching an edited video that somebody did and posted it online, and you can't see that it's edited. I'm a video editor. I edit videos. I have a YouTube channel, so I can tell. And you
Wait,
mean
so do
you're
I,
going to
and that's why
argue
the
with me?
video I keep talking about, the 11-minute video, is not an edited video. It's just him openly admitting to doing these things. Why is that not enough? Like, here's an even better question. Why is it not enough when he
Okay.
just says that women are stupid? Like, to me, that's all I need to not like the guy anymore, right? All I really need is him going, women are stupid, women are lazy. Cool. I don't really like you now after that. Like, why do we need more than that?
He's also said the same thing about men.
Sure, but he's not saying that
The
men can't
exact same
do a
thing.
certain thing because they're weak and lazy. But he is saying that women don't understand taxes because of how weak and lazy they are. He said that women are men's property, and that if you marry a woman, she's your property, or if she does OnlyFans, she has to give you a percentage of her earnings. He said women can't drive as good as men, even though statistically we know that that's false. He's claimed depression doesn't exist, even though clinical depression is literally verifiable via scans of the brain. He said so many things that have no backing in reality. Why is he someone that we idolize or that we prop up as this bastion of knowledge when he's not?
Now the depression one, that's a different debate on him. Now all the other points is he literally said the exact same about men. He's also said that women do jobs can do jobs that men cannot do. So what
Such
about that?
as?
I don't know. He said it, and I could send the video straight to you. He didn't give details, but he said it.
Yeah, I would need to know what jobs women can do that men can't do, and vice versa. Because me personally, I don't believe there's any job that one sex can do that the other sex can't.
We can go for, let's just do the military. Aren't more men in the military than women?
Sure, I would
The
argue that's
exception
because
isn't
of
the
that's.
rule.
Well, wait. I would argue that that's there's more men in the military because of like a history of misogyny when it comes to the military, but like when we're looking at the military, the sheer existence of women in the military proves that it's a job women can do. Otherwise, there would
Yeah,
be no
that's what I
women
said.
in that job.
The exception. Okay. Well,
Well, it's not
World
an
War Two.
exception. If we're saying that there are jobs that men can do or women can do that the other sex cannot, then you would have to show me a job where there are literally none of the other sexes in that job. And this is not one of them because there are women in the military. You know what I'm
But of
saying?
course, they're not gonna have any jobs like that because then they're gonna get hated and they're gonna be called misogynists.
But wait,
And why
if
would
there
the
are
U.S.
no
military?
other jobs where one gender is excluded from, then any gender can do any job.
But who's predominantly better? If I'm going to go get my hair done, you think I want to get my hair done by some dude? Or if
What?
I want
I
to,
literally have a barber. What are you talking about? My hair gets cut by a man. Literally, I trust
I did
one
I
man to
did
cut my
I
hair.
didn't say hair get cut. I said if my hair done, like if I had dreads, I wouldn't want a dude because who's normally in cosmetology?
What? What?
Who's normally in cosmetology?
Well, yeah, I would argue it's because
If you go to
we've
salons,
socialized the idea of cosmetology with women, but it's not a woman specific industry.
there's no gender specific industry, but who is more
Exactly.
predominant? The exception doesn't make the rule.
This isn't an
So just
exception. This
because
is
it's people,
Wait, this isn't that you're using that phrase wrong because this isn't about there being an exception to the rule. This is about what is the rule. And the rule would be that women can't do these specific jobs or men can't do these specific jobs. But if you have even one instance of a woman or man doing that job, then that disproves the claim that they are jobs that can only be done by that specific gender. It takes one. As soon as you have one, you've disproven it.
that's incorrect. Well, okay, it's not incorrect. It depends on how you answer this question. Do you feel that men and women are 50-50 absolute equal?
Yes.
How? Because first off, we
How are
already
they
aren't
not?
equal because we already have different genitals. So that's already one.
We have different. Wait, why do our different genders not make us equal?
No, no, genitals.
Why do our different genitals
So that
not make
already
us
doesn't make us
equal?
equal right there.
Hey, why do our different genitals not make us equal?
Because if everybody had the same genital, how would we reproduce?
Wait, but what does that have to do with being equal to each other or not? You
So
said we're not
that
equal.
already makes us not equal. That's already a
Wait,
difference.
nothing you've said describes how we're not equal though.
How? That's already I listed one indifference.
Wait, different genitals doesn't make us unequal. How does having different genitals make us unequal?
Because if you have, I don't even want to say that, but from normal statistics, it is proven that men do men do more of the heavy lifting and using your muscle jobs. Any job that you could think of to use your muscles, males usually do it. Correct?
They can, sure, but it's not
And
specific to men. That's what I'm saying.
anymore,
Ever.
because it's modern.
Wait, no. No. Yeah, well, wait. We also now have tools. So we have specific tools for things. So we don't need men to be the sole worker in a lot of these aspects anymore because tools exist.
Correct. That's also correct. Who's operating the tools? You know what? Forget
Either.
about that question. Yeah, that's what I said. Forget about that question. But if we go back into the war, World War Two and One, it was who was at home and who was fighting.
Well, women weren't allowed in the
Now,
military,
that
so
one did not have
women
one.
were at home. They were not allowed in the military. They couldn't have fight it if they wanted to.
Exactly. Now that instance you had said if they have one, they didn't even have one. Adonis is 2023, brother.
What?
But it just started.
What? What are you talking about? I would say, if anything, your example of World War II proves you wrong, because
So
women.
I got
What?
how does it prove me wrong?
Well, because you're saying that there's these industries or these things where women can't. Women aren't as good as men. They can't work as good as men. They can't do these things that men do. But during World War
I
II,
never said
they
that.
did, and they had to because the men were gone. So they took over all these industries.
That is not true. That's when they had the little boys. The little boys were out working.
No, they weren't. I mean, they
Yes,
were, but they
they
weren't.
weren't.
But they weren't working at the fucking rate women were working. What are you talking about?
And it was also the men who couldn't go overseas because they had too many were also at home, and those were the ones who were working too.
Yeah, sure.
And yes,
Some of the
it
men were
was some
home.
women working. Yes, and there was some women working too, and it also was some kids that was working.
Okay, dude, come on. We're arguing whether or not women and men are equal, right? And we're talking about, are they equal in these different industries or not?
Right.
And you're saying they're not equal in these different industries, but you have no way to back that up
I'm just saying,
except.
as a human being. Okay.
No, go ahead. I want to hear this.
You said we have no way to back that up.
Yeah, you have no way of backing that up.
If we look, okay, if we go back, because I love history, so I always go back. I don't know if you can tell, but if we go back way past the world wars, and we go to Europe, and we look at we can say Rome, right? When they had their empire, it was a king, and he was hired. And how long did they run there and
Wait,
rule
Rome
their
didn't have a
land?
king; it had an emperor.
Okay, that my bad. It's the same difference.
Well, it's not
Emperor.
because Rome also had other forms of democratic rule. So like they had ways for the people to engage in votes and things like that. So it wasn't like a one specific type. But I don't understand what Rome has to do with this. We're talking about right now. We're talking about modern times, modern day.
Talking about why do, America's society is going to fall because that's what I'm saying. If we go back and look,
Rome
who's
fell.
had the longer run?
Rome fell.
But who
Why
had
do
the
why are we
longer
gonna
run?
why are we gonna imitate Rome when it literally fell?
Okay, and America's gonna fall in a shorter time span.
Under what? Well, first of all, America's 200 years. Or no, 200 years. How old is America right now? We're like 300 something. When was 1776? I need to do the math.
Yeah, we
We're
could
246 years old right now.
say about 4.
And 246.
Correct. And out of those 200 years, it hasn't been modern day.
It hasn't been
Correct.
what? What? I don't understand
It
what
hasn't
points are
been.
you making?
It hasn't been modern day. So the same beliefs that George Washington had, we still don't do them. People try to cancel the people from back in the day. So you can't say that we've been alive or
Yeah,
America's been
because they
around
used to
since.
have believe in slavery. I don't understand what point you're trying to make. It just feels like you're saying words, but I'm not getting any like thesis statement on those words.
You said that America's been around for years, and then I compared them to Rome, and you said Rome fell.
Yeah,
Rome had a sole belief. America has changed its beliefs, and now it's going
yeah,
downhill.
we should
Why do you think nobody
absolutely
wants to
change
come
our
to
beliefs.
America
Wait, do you
anymore?
think we should still believe in slavery?
No, that's not what I said. I just said America's changed its beliefs over time.
Yeah, and you said that the changing our beliefs is what's causing the downfall. What beliefs specifically are you talking about?
Not going to say it because I don't want to get banned, but
Are you saying beliefs like women should be in the
it's
kitchen?
beliefs that mm, we can go with that. That's yeah, we can go with that one.
And you think that that's leading to the downfall of America? The fact that women are
Right,
autonomous creatures and able to think and do things for themselves.
because men and women are equal. It is things that we go to women for, and we also need women, and it's also things that men can do. So by us saying that they're equal, we're belittling male and women.
Bruh. Be for real.
And their talents.
Be fucking for real right now, dog. Like I'm gonna need you to be for real with me. You have to recognize how that
What did he say?
makes no sense.
How does it not make sense?
You are quite literally saying that women should not have agency over themselves.
I've never said that.
You said that a bad belief that we need to go back to, or a good belief we need to go back to, is that women belong in the kitchen.
Okay, what's wrong with that? I'll just go ahead and leave.
How about I just kick you instead?
I see the video.
Oh my god.
What is this morning, bro?